Christ!
Hey, but Cat.
Cat on the mic.
What's up?
Hush,
I
whoever
was
that
just
was.
saying, right? I could go for some mashies.
On the roadside.
Oy vey.
I should go get
Can't
my other.
smoke,
I got a thing of Pringles. I'm gonna
Alright
get
everyone, welcome to the
honey
barbecue.
rubbed.
Welcome to our 4th of July celebration.
Why
You
is
can't-
Canadian hosting?
You can.
Why
you
do I
can
have
sit-
like 2 frames?
Everyone, go ahead and have a seat in your seat of choice.
Dude! Oh my, Revan, I love you.
You can actually sit in the tube here. You can actually sit in the inflatable ring.
Revan, you are my favorite person on earth.
Alright, everyone. So, I will ask you all. Alright, I'm gonna ask you all to have a drink with me. Fucking here's to the 4th of July, Canada Day, and all the other country birthdays who aren't on today. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Alright, now, so before anything too crazy happens, I am going to go through everyone's responses to the Google form, and we shall roast them severely. Alright, so in total, we got 17 responses to the Google form. So, a bunch of people had a bunch of guns. There were actually almost all of these were actually quite reasonable. Like there was 1 or 2 people who had Mosins, a bunch of AR-15s. The most egregious one was fucking someone was like, I have a Lati L39, which is a fucking anti-material rifle.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, you're not getting that.
Damn.
You did not get that. My favorite one though. My favorite one, though, the funniest one for me, was that someone claims to have a .54 Hawkins muzzle loader.
That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me one single bit.
That was the funniest one for me.
Of course you.
It's a musket.
Yeah, it's literally a musket.
I own a musket for home defense.
All right, so the next question on the Google form was on a scale of from 1 to 10. How much do you hate the police? Surprisingly, so the average police hatred rank for the server is actually 3.4.
User entered your channel.
Out of
Lots
5
of
or
people-
10?
A lot of people don't hate the police here, I guess. So there,
Like I met them. Like my family used to train those motherfuckers.
yeah. So there's a few people who like went all the way to
Depends on how
the
good the
right.
cop is, because JSO is kind of fucking shitty.
Yeah. The next
I'm pretty
question.
sure Ark has experience with that, don't you, buddy?
Yeah. So the next question was true or false? America.
Fucking JSO and
Oi.
cops and Florida kind of suck.
Shut up! So the next question was
No.
true or false? America is the greatest country on earth. So
Yes.
87.5% of respondents said that this was true, that America was the greatest country on earth, which is an L take, actually. You are all wrong, because America is not the greatest country in the world.
Shut
Get
up,
fucked,
you
idiots.
Fuck you! Nah, got fucked.
Only
Nah,
12.5% of people got this question correct.
Throw a beer can at 'em.
The real answer is Rhodesia, don't lie.
Alright.
I'm gonna hit you with
You are
twisted teeth.
not
User in your
I
channel
gotta-
timed out.
and you are not from Rhodesia.
Alright, so the next question was, on what date did Napoleon defeat the Austrian army under the command of General Mack at the Battle of Ulm? So the correct answer to this was October 20th, 1805, which only 2 people got right.
What?
I don't even think I was in the same.
Yeah,
ballpark as
so there I got one response that was April 10th, 1690.
Oh gosh.
The 4th of July, 1776.
That was me. That was me.
There was a lot of people who
That
were
was
like,
me.
who had like the correct century. So I've got October 1800s, June 1805, September 1805, December 1805. Hang on, I'm not gonna. It's all anonymous, Mac. Don't worry.
Nah. Who?
I'll say
Alright,
the
hang on.
1776 one was me, USA baby.
Okay, I will tell you who's correct in just a moment. I will tell you who's correct in just a moment. And then there are some people fucking some people who are like April 20th, 1969.
Oh, that was me.
June 19th, 1989.
You know, 4/20/69.
2 people said it was on 9/11.
Hey, I'll be right back. My fucking food's here.
All right, and then 2 people fucking were like June 2025. So yeah, June 2025.
Some people might have thought you
All
were
right,
joking.
so I'm gonna have to like go through all these answers to like find who had the correct one. So I'll do that later.
You ought to.
I will do that. We'll do that at the end of the app. All right. So the next question was, tell me a bedtime story. Lots of really shit bedtime stories in here.
You gotta read every single one of them. Go ahead.
Yes. No, I'm not
we're
reading.
around the campfire. We got
I will read my favorite one. How about that? But there's some of these that are really funny. Like NyQuil works for no dreams.
I'm sorry, what?
Once there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly everyone died. The end. Someone just put a YouTube link in here. Someone said
What does it
your
take
mom
you to?
loves you.
Aw.
Hang on, let me check it. Let me check where this.
Whose mic is actively committing suicide?
Oh, it's the Thumbsucker, the traditional German bedtime story.
Oh my god, I actually. Wait! No,
Was that
that's
you?
the one that I read in German!
Yeah. One person submitted the tragedy of Terthlegius alive.
Nice.
All right, so so I will now read to you my favorite bedtime story. Hopefully this one won't take very long, but this is my favorite bedtime story. All right, this bedtime story is Maple the Moose and the Great Border Breeze.
Oh lord.
By the light of a kind moon, once upon a time in the soft, snowy woods of northern Ontario, there lived a young moose named Maple. Maple loved warm mittens, soft flannel, and maple syrup on everything. But there was one thing Maple didn't love, and that was loud noises. Especially bang noises. Maple had heard tales around the campfire about what lived beyond the southern pines, past the wide blue river that marked the border, a place called America, where folks don't say sorry as often, where coffee came in sizes too big to understand, and most concerning of all, where loud noises sometimes came from things called guns. Now, Maple wasn't sure what a gun was, but the older moose said it was a kind of, like, loud thunder, only it didn't wait for lightning. One windy night, as the stars blinked gently above the pines, and the moon hummed an old Gordon Lightfoot tune, Maple curled up in her bed of moss, still worried. What if the wind brings the loud from down south, she whispered to her friend, a wise snowy owl named Poutine. Maple, said Poutine, blinking slowly, you worry too much. Americans are just like us, only a little louder, and maybe a bit more enthusiastic about fireworks. But what about the bangs, Maple trembled. Poutine chuckled, a soft hoot in the dark. That's just how some of them deal with fear, or try to feel safe. You wear flannel and drink peppermint tea. They sometimes carry things that go bang. Different leaves on the same tree, eh? Maple blinked. That's weirdly poetic. Thanks, said Poutine, fluffing his feathers. Also, most of them are pretty nice. Some even say sorry if you bump into them first. And many of them love moose. Even me...
Hold on 1 second. Whoever is breathing into your mic, don't.
That's Baldino. That motherfucker. Maple blushed under her antlers.
What chair did you put me in?
And remember...
I can hear your sinuses.
Alright. And remember, Poutine added, you live in Canada. The loud noises have to cross moose patrols, beaver dams, Tim Horton lines, and at least 3 layers of polite before they ever reach your cozy bed. Maple giggled. I guess that's true. Sleep easy, little moose. No bang can break the border breeze. And with that, Maple sighed, curled up tighter under her plaid blanket, and let the winds sing her a lullaby made of kindness, distance, and peaceful snow. And as she dreamed, not of loud things, but of pancake breakfasts, quiet lakes, and friendly neighbors, who maybe just need a good hug and a toque. The end.
Oh, I thought it was gonna end in the fact that
I was gonna say, it's like the next day, Maple was hit by a 2018 Nissan Altima.
Unironically, actually just a wholesome story.
Oh, well, that's a first for us.
Nice.
Alright, so the next question was, during the Second Punic War, during Hannibal's campaign in Italy, what strategy did Rome use to defeat Hannibal? So 17 people put answers to this question, and fucking 16 of you are dumbasses.
Why?
So the correct answer was Fabian strategy, and people put in reverse elephants from the back, political blackmailing because they lost every battle. Good old attrition warfare. Seems like we can't stop using it, LMAO. I didn't buy that DLC yet. He shouted through the heavens and the earth, a sentence so domineering that all voices around the hut were hushed, and not a single breath could be heard, decimating their morale. English or Spanish, those who move are gay. Someone just wrote yes. Someone said ass rape. Someone said I'm pretty sure that's the D-Day stuff I saw on TV when I was a kid. Hannibal stood no chance against the MG-42 bunkers.
I'm getting one of these bottles. Someone's getting a bottle.
Yeah.
Depends. A bottle thrown at them.
Yeah, depends on if you're talking in the country or out. In country, they use the Russian strategy of running from Hannibal's main army and taking cities far from him. Well, okay, while outside of Italy, Scipio worked on taking out his supply lines in what is now Spain and later Carthage. So, while technically correct, that's not the answer I was looking for. Which brings me to the next answer. Which brings me to the next answer. Someone who just wrote Fabian, and to quote the greatest NPC for Mass Effect, no points for half answers, maggot.
Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space, sir.
Someone responded, I don't remember, probably smaller armies, attrition, and their testudo formation, because the Romans were big dick in it. I think that was Mada's answer.
Probably.
And then the last ones were a small amount of trolling, avoiding him, they were tactically barefoot in sandals. And the last one is, it does not matter, USA, USA, USA. Alright, the next question was how to talk to women. And no one in the server knows how to talk to women. No one, literally no one.
Are you sure about that?
There was one answer where I was like, oh, this actually looks good. But as I read further into the answer, I think I might have to call the police, actually. I think this is a crime. But some people were like, some people just said, don't. You think I know. You do that. I wouldn't know. I lost my dog. They exist. Don't. They hate men. That's all you have to ask. Tickle their pickle and tell them you like slim, slimy ones and big, fat, juicy ones.
Nope, that wasn't me.
I'm surprised.
I don't because they scare me. I'll get back to you on this. Don't, they're scary and evil. Don't, women.
That's me. That was
Don't
me.
do it.
Don't,
It's
they're
a
scary
trap.
evil.
Also,
That's
Canada
me.
sucks. What's a woman? I'm afraid of women. Yeah, literally no one in the server knows how to talk to women.
That checks out.
And finally, the last question
User entered your channel.
from the following drop-down options, please select the term that best describes the current U.S.-Canada relations. So, 11.1% of respondents described the current Canada relationship as fucky-wucky. 11.1 responded that the relationship was oopsie-poopsie. 27.8% said that the relationship was fickle-fangle. 16.7% of respondents said that the relationship was shiver me timbers. And finally, 33.3% said that the current U.S.-Canada relations was best described as the 1936 Berlin Olympics.
That's the only real answer there.
Oh my god.
I wish I remembered my responses.
Oh, so
I do, because I just did it today.
All right, let's see if I can find who. Questions. Here we go.
I know mine was the Darth Plagueis the Wise.
All right, so who? Okay, so who? Response 7 and response 8. So Dub and Motto were the ones who got it correct.
Wait, what?
The question about Napoleon defeating the Austrian army under the command of General.
I did not take that part super seriously.
Yeah, I can
I'll
fucking
be
tell. Were you the boy who put fucking 9/11?
No, I did reverse elephants.
Arch, why are you surprised?
I thought I got mine right.
I know my
Oh
history.
my god.
I'm counting mine as right.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm counting
That's
mine.
technically right.
I'm counting mine right. It was
Yeah,
yesterday.
Because you're the only one sitting on the bar.
Oh my god. Okay.
What's the
I
frickin'
gotta
last
actually
gift?
like set up the op now. Hang on.
You can sit
What
right
is
in
that
it.
sound?
We're about to get raided by the police.
Oh shit, not again.
Revan,
What?
Not again.
Wait.
Revan.
What?
Can I go for a smoke still?
could you
No.
please read out
Hopford,
the
doorman.
concerning one on how to talk to women?
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. This one is
I guess we know who wrote it.
Is this Twitch kosher? Hold on. Is this
I don't even
Twitch
know who wrote
kosher?
it.
is this Twitch safe?
Yeah.
Is this Twitch safe?
I don't know.
Should
Who-
I deafen?
Whoever put this in, I have a feeling it's you. Dalton.
I'm gonna take the car.
I have a feeling that this is you, Dalton. Is this Twitch safe?
What the heck?
Walk into the fire.
Actually,
Hey, yo, he wittily hit Nagwitty.
Oh man, he had you
Max,
on.
shut
Oh
up.
no,
Nah.
that's the fire.
Max,
What the?
shut up.
Who is this guy? Oh
what
my
the
god.
fuck is going on?
Forces
Arkansas, what's going on?
I think he's a little too drunk.
Woohoo!
Oh my god, his leg! I just saw his
Oh my
leg
God, where's-
standing down
where's-
in the forest.
Whoa!
He's becoming an SCP.
Nah, it's fine.
Where's my raptor?
This is America. We can do whatever the fuck.
Revan, just copy it and post it in the general.
Robin,
okay.
where's my raptor?
Hold on, I gotta find. This is bedtime story. Hang on. How to talk to women.
Oh my
There
God.
we are. So many ropes. What the fuck? What was this place supposed to be?
Back up your Ram 1500.
Revan,
Fuck.
question.
Yeah.
Do I have time, first of all, for a
His
piss?
body's gone.
Yeah. You can take a
Second of
piss.
all,
All right.
for a
The,
smoke? And third, can I have the Ford as my car?
hurry up with your smoke and your.
Oh, I
piss,
don't think I'm
alright?
in the garden server.
No, you're not in the garden server.
The heck?
All right. The
When are we getting started?
The question. Hang on. The questionable answer to how to talk to women is in general chat. We'll be starting here in just a moment. I guess Wit will have to fucking hold his piss in.
You said general chat?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the gayest
boy.
answer. I'm
That,
not reading all of it.
What is
And I'm not
this?
reading all of it. And I'm
That
not
is a
reading all of it.
long
I believe
answer.
Mine was the I believe my bedtime story was
What the fuck is this?
Which one was yours?
Oh, you know which
Why
one
does this seem like a
Trevor,
Tato
you'll
fucking
know.
answer?
You will
That
know.
does seem like a Tato.
Very much.
Hey Revan, did you like my Darth Plagueis the Wise answer?
Oh, I knew that was you.
That's funny because I threw Darth Revan into
I want
mine.
to tell you, I flipped a coin. It was either I just put that quote, I put the entire first chapter of the actual book in there.
You fucking nerd.
Dude. I threw Darth
Although, to be
Revan
fair, I
in
have no-
mine.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start the up here in a sec.
Mine had
What was that,
Can I
Ren?
just read?
That answer sounds like somebody who acts like they know how to talk to women, but's really truly afraid of them.
I mean, these motherfuckers are scary.
I said you're a nerd,
gonna
but
go
I
through
feel
where my
really
house
wrong
is,
because
so-
I put somewhat the right answer for the Carthage part.
That's an
Oh,
some
I- I-
incel
I was the one who
behavior
put-
right there.
Dude, I
I
got my
put
Florida man
in,
fit.
Phoebe in strategy. Huh? I just put Phoebe in though. So
Got my Florida man fit.
I said tickle them
nice.
and tell them you like swim
I like-
funny
I
ones
like
and big
getting
Put down the
Which
fat
strategy, I put down the rough idea of it, and then he also got cut off from all support. But
Yeah.
no, apparently that's not the right answer.
Hey,
Take the
Lemon,
propane
can you tell me
asshole.
something? Lemon, I do have a question. What color is that truck in the middle?
The one in the middle is like a, it's like a
Olive
camouflage.
brown. Olive brown.
Yeah.
And that Jeep's like coming up real close.
Has anyone else got like really low
I'm
frame rate?
colorblind, Lemon. That's why I'm asking.
I thought about it.
Why is mine so bad?
I have a question.
I just want to go looking at it.
Yeah, we're starting in just a second here. I'm just doing some stuff right now.
Why can't I drive the fucking air compressor?
So I'm taking the van. What?